This thing only weighs about a pound and it's tiny in your pack. You can just stuff it in a side pocket if you want. It's like the size of a large envelope when it's all folded up. Woo! All right, just made a nice little fire over there to keep the bugs away. And I got my bivvy. So it's time to set this thing up. All right, here we go. Okay, done. Just kidding, but pretty much done. Next, we put in the pole, and the pole goes here where it says pole. So the pole is just to keep the fabric off your head. So your feet are there, your head is here, and there's a zipper right here. That's it, that's what I'm sleeping in. I'm gonna stake it down and hopefully it'll look a little bit more user-friendly when I stake it down. I think I will put the head of it over here. Brought 2 stakes with me. And here's a pounding rock. Butternut Dalbot is the choice tonight. This is one of my favorites. It's amazing. And the bivvy is looking, oh, so inviting. Just can't wait to get in my coffin tent later. It's gonna be awesome. It's about 9 o'clock, nothing left to do but lay in this here tent coffin thing. They call it a bivvy, but it's really a tent coffin. I've gotten in this thing inside, but I've never been camping with it. I've never gotten in it and tried to spend a night in it. I kind of know what it's like to be in it for a few minutes in my house, but now I'm going to find out what it's like to be in it for 8 hours of sleeping. So I hope it's comfortable. All right, I am in the bivvy. That's my feet down there. There's my stupid face. And this is like right above my head. It has a screen and it has a regular door. But I've got the screen going now and I'm gonna see if that will work for me all night. Oh man. Oh man, it's tight in here. Wow. So that's it. That's a bivvy. I'm going to sleep. Well, we're probably going to read a bit, then we're going to sleep. So, good night. Good morning, Superstition Mountains. How are we doing today? It's a beautiful day. And you might be wondering, hey, how is that thing? How is the bivvy? How is the tent coffin? Well, I was able to get in. I was able to get to sleep. In theory, it's not that bad. I'm not a claustrophobic person at all. So I was actually excited for this. I thought it would be fine. I thought it would be fun to sleep in that thing, but it wasn't. And here's why. So I started off the night, it was not super cold. So I had the screen going. So you can have the screen shut. And so you have nice fresh air around your head there. And so that was fine. And at about 1 a.m. it got cold. So I shut the whole thing. I enclosed myself in here, and at that point it became very difficult to breathe. It felt like I was suffocating. I don't know if that was just mental or if there was actually a lack of oxygen in there. So I vented a little bit. I opened up some of this part to expose the screen so there would be air flowing by my face. That helped a little bit, but ultimately, in order to feel like I wasn't suffocating, I had to open it all the way back up again and just have the screen. Well, it was cold, and so I was cold. So in order to feel like I could breathe, I had to be cold. So either way, it was a lose-lose situation. Very frustrating, kind of uncomfortable, and just not a whole lot of fun. And I was just, the whole time I was in there, I was just wishing that I had a tent. I was wishing that I had not bought this thing, and I was wishing that I had just brought my ultralight 2-person tent. Ultimately, I would like to buy a ultralight 1-person tent, but ultralight tents are $400 or $500, so I don't know if I'm going to make that investment anytime soon. This bivvy, if you want a bivvy, if you want to go against my advice and buy a bivvy, this particular bivvy right here, this is an Outdoor Research Helium Bivy. It's one of the nicest ones you can buy, allegedly.
I think it was about 200 bucks. It's going to be on offer up in the Phoenix area for half price, basically, real soon, because I am getting rid of this thing. I am never, ever, ever going to try to sleep in this thing ever again. It was miserable. So don't buy a bivy. That's my advice to you. Just buy an ultralight tent instead. I know it looks like so much fun, but it's not.